Okay, we're looking at an older Bogen PV10 amplifier that I started working on. I have two other projects going on at the moment, an old night amp and an old Univox amplifier, but I stripped and painted those chassis and whatnot and got to wait for the paint to cure before I can start working on them again, so I pulled this out. So far I've just stripped the components off it, and I've cleaned the chassis and the bottom up with a scrubby and some of that Purple Awesome. One thing's for sure, this is a solid chassis. Nice looking chassis. It's been drilled and tapped to have one of those tube cages. It didn't come with it though, unfortunately. So I'm hoping I can find one of those on eBay or something. Be nice. It did come with the bottom, which is solid too. And transformer wise, the power transformer has tested fine. I brought it up slowly to the 117 volts that schematic says it's supposed to be hit with for the AC mains. And it didn't hum, didn't vibrate. All the voltages seem to be correct. So as long as it doesn't crap out under load, we're doing good. It should be fine though. It's got some rust on it, tarnish or what have you. Sometimes I try to clean the transformers up when they're that way. Sometimes I don't. Not sure what I'll do this time. And here's a look at the choke. Actually got some information for that. When I measured it, I got 80.4 ohms across the two wires, the taps, and about 1.383 henries. And it's got a T-502G part number stamped into it. So that's kind of cool. Hopefully that does well. Be nice to have a choke in there. I like chokes. See, this is the output transformer. It all tested fine. And this would be the primary side over here. And it appears to be with a 4.8 and they say 15 ohm speaker, but 4.8 15/16 ohm speaker appears to be looking for about 10K reflected over to the primary. And it's got a couple extra wires here. These three here don't go to the speakers. They just use the two outers, and they call it 500 ohms, and they run it to one of the, I believe, grids of the 6v6s. I may not even use them. See what happens. But yeah, for the to get the 4, 8, and 16 ohm taps here, I kind of like this. Well, I do and don't, but they've got double wires here in the center. Both these wires have two wires. These are single. Let's see if we can bring that up where you can see it. This is a single wire here, and this is a single wire, and this one is two wires, like this one. The insulation was real bad on this. So essentially it's like a coil, and a coil, and they connect the coils here with these wires so that you can get the 4, 8, 16 ohm taps. But that's about it with that. This is kind of cool. Let's see if we can spin it around the right way here. See if it'll focus. I really do have to get a better phone to do this with. I keep saying that, but I'm trying to save my pennies to purchase a house. So, anyways. Oh, what else? Yeah, this used the cool 7F7 octo tubes. Locto, I guess I should say. They're just a twin triode that has an amplification factor of like 70. May or may not use them, but I should have a tube socket for it here somewhere. There we go. It snaps right in there. 8-pin dual triode. Sockets still seem to be in great shape, actually. If I do decide to use these two tubes, which tested good. Unfortunately, one of the 6V6s didn't, so I'll probably replace them. And I may try to find some NOS tube sockets if I decide to use these. But I got distracted there. Let's take a look at some of the goodies that got stripped off. This is nice. A 0.047 600 volt blue molded, made in the USA. Kind of stubby wires there, but we will be holding on to this for the day that it fits properly. Yeah, here's an old Dale resistor. Those are always nice to come across. Nice power resistor. Got no clue what value that is. Evidently, I missed cleaning it up and testing it. There's some of the newer components that were put in when they tried to make it a harmonica amp, guitar amp, or what have you. I believe this is newer. 100 microfarad, 50 volt DC. Some of the big old brown caps, 0.47, 0.1 is 600 working volts, and 0.1, 600 working volts. Yeah, 0.47, only 200 volts. And here's one of the Loctile tube sockets. Got some ceramic caps here. 0.02, 0.1 kilovolt. Couple 0.05s. Says plus 80, 20%. I gotta be thinking wrong there. They just don't seem like they'd only be 80 volts, but I'll go through all these old resistors. If they're within 10%, I'll toss them in my stash. If not, I'll toss them in the trash. These are generally always good. But well, enough with all that stuff there. Oh yeah, all the rivets on this thing had these little kind of like star locking washers with them also. And it's in this bin. Yep. Yeah, these gotta go into the not so circular file bin. These got chewed up. And right there it broke. Right there it broke. Man, it's garbage. Yeah. I haven't cleaned these up or tested them or anything. What we got here? And it says 0.5 meg. 0.5 meg. 0.5 meg, so 3500Ks. If they do function properly, might be able to use those. All 500K should be able to do some sort of circuit with them. It's going to have 3 knobs. I'm not drilling any extra holes in this. It's got enough holes as it is. If anything, I got to plug some of them up. This is a plate the previous user added for like the mini toggle switch. I guess another jack.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Musical potentiometers. Hey, it's getting to be Christmas too. Jingle bells. Alrighty. Maybe he should drink decaf. But anyways. These are nice. Although the potentiometers, when they're installed and you turn the knob, if you set it at 0, it'll go to like 9 on all 3 of them. And if you set it on 10, it'll go back to like 1. But I'll keep them. I feel like I should stick these in an envelope and send them off to Uncle Doug or something. I bet you he'd find a use for them. I will too eventually, but anyways. And original can caps values, they strayed way off. So I'm going to keep them. I might stuff them. I doubt it though, but I'll keep them for now. Here's a couple jacks. They were added as a mod, previous user. The switch is pretty cool. It's got like a little shifting knob on it. These came out good. I won't be using them in this project, but we'll certainly keep them around because you never know. Terminal strips. I like my terminal strips. Has to be my favorite way to work and build on an amp. To each their own. These are the original knobs. Cool gray chicken heads. Fortunately, they're the press-on types. And I generally, if I don't use the original pots, I usually use solid shaft pots that require the little screw to lock them in place. And I didn't clean that one up. That one got away somehow. But little grounding strips, always nice, man. So, yeah, some screws and whatnot. That's cool. That's an on-off switch. And yes, I plan on using it. I mean, come on, man. That is a switch.
While working on this video, I decided to clean and test the potentiometers. Here's a closer look at what the pots look like inside. One pot is on mark at 500K. Another pot is within 5% at 484K. And the third pot is within 11% at 448K. So all the pots are within acceptable values, and here's how they look with their knobs on. Thanks for watching.